In this video, I will make barbecue chicken and mutton and fish grill dishes. The chicken, mutton, and fish have been marinated in traditional spices and then grilled to perfection. Let's take a look at how I grilled them. The first thing, we are going to marinate our chops. For our chops here, I'm using some ingredients. First, I'm gonna add around 4 tablespoons of yogurt. After adding our yogurt, then optionally here I'm gonna add around 2 tablespoons of ready-made yogurt. I actually got from the shops, is already made. If you don't have the ready-made, then you can use it as it. Then here I'm adding 1 tablespoon of black pepper. After adding our black pepper, then I'm adding 1 tablespoon white pepper, then 1 tablespoon clove powder, 1 tablespoon green cardamom powder, and again optionally here I'm using 1 tablespoon steak paste. After adding steak paste, then I'm adding 1 tablespoon garlic and ginger paste, then 2 tablespoons salt. After adding our salt, here I'm using around 4 dried crushed chilies. Here I'm cutting the chilies because I don't have any crushed chilies left, that's why I'm using whole chilies. Then we are adding garam masala powder. Here I'm using radhuni garam masala powder. If you don't have radhuni garam masala powder, you can use whatever you have. Then we are using 1.5 tablespoons of curry powder. After curry powder, here using 1 tablespoon garam masala powder, tablespoons turmeric powder, 1 tablespoon coriander powder, 1 tablespoon red chili powder, 1 tablespoon cumin powder. Now time to mix our masala. We need to make sure that our paste should be mixed properly. Now time to add our chops in. So all of the chops here I'm gonna add. Now we're gonna mix our chop. We need to make sure that our masala goes inside of the chops so that our chops become so juicy, and we will marinate for around 30 minutes. Here I don't have much time, that's why if you prefer to marinate more than 30 minutes, it should be okay. I don't have enough time, that's why I'm just marinate for 30 minutes. Now it's done. Later on, here I'm adding half lemon juice. Beginning I forgot to add our lemon juice, that's why here I'm using lemon juice. Now we're gonna marinate our second one. The second one name is ribs. So for our ribs marinate, the ingredients we will need are 4 red dry chilies. Then after we're gonna add half slice of lemon juice. Here I'm using fresh lemon juice. Fresh lemon juice give a better taste. After adding our fresh lemon juice, then we're gonna add 1 cup yogurt, followed by 1 tablespoon black pepper, followed by 1 tablespoon black pepper. After 1 tablespoon white pepper powder, then we're gonna use 1 tablespoon cinnamon stick powder. After using our cinnamon stick powder, then we will use our 1 tablespoon green cardamom powder. Optionally, here I'm using radhuni garam masala powder. If you don't have, and also I'm adding 3 tablespoons ready-made steak paste. After adding our paste, then we can add 2 tablespoons of salt. After adding our salt, now we will add our 2 tablespoons garlic and ginger paste. And here I'm adding my usually used masala: 1.5 tablespoons red chili powder, 1 tablespoon coriander powder, 1 tablespoon cumin powder, and 1 tablespoon turmeric powder, 1 tablespoon garam masala powder, and 1 tablespoon curry powder. And now we are going to mix them very well. After mixing our paste, now time to add our ribs. Here you can see I'm using big pieces of ribs. So here I'm gonna mix them and marinate for like 30 minutes. Now you can able to see our marinade is done very well. In the end, we are going to make our oil ready. In the oil, I already added 1 tablespoon garlic and 1 tablespoon ginger paste. Also, I added 1 tablespoon curry powder and 1 tablespoon garam masala powder. Now I am mixing them very well. Now our mixing is done. The reason why I am adding our oil in the end, because I want our chops and ribs are to be shiny and juicy. We are mixing our chops and ribs. You can see already it's become a shiny and the color is so nice. It's look like I already put on color on it, but I actually didn't. While grilling, when one side becomes crispy, we can flip it easily. I actually mix in a pot. I actually mix both ribs and chops together. So I'm gonna leave it for 30 minutes, both of them, to marinate. Now we're gonna marinate our third one, chicken tikka. First, we're gonna make sure that our chicken is clean. Then we're gonna cut into cube-sized pieces. While we are cutting, we need to make sure that there are no fat left on the chicken. So I'm gonna show you some. Look here, you can see there are no fat. I'm gonna remove it if there is. Then in a bowl, I'm gonna add 1 cup of yogurt. After adding our yogurt, then we are gonna add our 1 tablespoon black pepper powder and 1 tablespoon clove powder and 1 tablespoon white pepper. After white pepper, we're gonna add 1 tablespoon green cardamom powder. Then we're gonna add our half tablespoons red food coloring. After food coloring, we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of salt. After adding our salt, then we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of garlic and ginger paste, 1.5 tablespoons curry powder, 1.5 tablespoons of garam masala powder, 1 tablespoon turmeric powder, 2 tablespoons coriander powder, 2 tablespoons red chili powder, 1.5 tablespoons cumin powder. After adding our spices, now time to add our, here I'm using ready-made lemon juice. And finally we're gonna add our around 3 tablespoons oil. Now we're gonna mix everything all together. After mixing our paste, now time to add our chicken in. Here I'm gonna add chicken in now and mix them very well. Now I'm gonna leave it for 30 minutes to marinate our chicken tikka. In the same bowl, we are going to marinate our fourth one is chicken wings. First, here I'm adding 1 cup of yogurt. The reason why I'm adding more yogurt because it's gonna be juicy while we are grilling. Then we're gonna add our 2 tablespoons of salt. After adding our salt, then we're gonna add 1 tablespoon cinnamon stick powder, 1 tablespoon black pepper powder, half tablespoons white pepper powder, half tablespoons red food coloring, 1 tablespoon green cardamom powder, 2 tablespoons tandoori marinade paste. Here I'm using ready-made around 2 tablespoons. After adding our paste, here I'm adding 2 tablespoons garlic and ginger paste. Then we're gonna add our 3 tablespoons of oil. Here I'm using olive oil. If you want, you can use cooking oil, whichever you prefer. Then we are gonna add 3 tablespoons lemon juice. After lemon juice, here I'm adding garam masala powder. Then we're gonna add 1 tablespoon turmeric powder, 2 tablespoons red chili powder, 2 tablespoons coriander powder, 2 tablespoons cumin powder, 2 tablespoons curry powder, and 2 tablespoons garam masala powder. Also here I'm adding 4 dry red chilies. I'm using scissor to cut. If you want, you can use crushed red chilies. Now our cutting is finished. Now we're gonna give them a good mix. Now our mixing should be done. Now here you can see I am cleaning the chicken wings. It is better if we do our own marinade. We can wash and clean them. Again, I need to make sure that the paste are marinate very well. Now it's ready to give our washed and clean chicken wings. When we eat our barbecue, the very and tasty things are wings. So for children, adult, everyone we can have wings. So it's very convenient for adults and children to have barbecue outside. We can have our barbecue even summer or winter, whichever you prefer. Now our marinade is done. We're gonna leave it for 30 minutes. In the same bowl, again we're gonna marinate our tandoori chicken. Same thing, we're gonna use 1 cup of yogurt. And here I'm adding 4 red chilies. I'm gonna use the scissors to cut our red chilies. After red chilies, now we're gonna add our 2 tablespoons garlic and ginger paste, 1 tablespoon black cardamom, 1 tablespoon white black pepper, half tablespoon red food coloring, 1 tablespoon clove powder, 2 tablespoons tandoori marinade paste, 2 tablespoons salt, 1 tablespoon turmeric powder, 2 tablespoons red chili powder, 2 tablespoons coriander powder, 2 tablespoons cumin powder, 2 tablespoons curry powder, 2 tablespoons garam masala powder. Now we're gonna give them a very good mix. After mixing our paste, now we're gonna add our around 3 tablespoons of olive oil, and again we're gonna give them a good mix. Before adding our tandoori chicken, we need to make sure that they are washed and cleaned, and if there is any fat, we're gonna remove them. Now here I'm gonna put chicken one at a time. So here you can see our chicken are so nice and its color is so beautiful. Its red color is already delicious. So all of the chicken we're gonna marinate like this. So now we're gonna put our remaining chicken in. Wow, the color are so nice. Now this chicken I'm gonna put in a pot because they are already done. So half of the chicken are now done. Now in the same masala we will add our remaining chicken in. Now our chicken is done. So here you can see I'm cutting bell peppers. So I'm gonna cut here like cube pieces because remember we already marinate our chicken tikka. So we also need some vegetables for our chicken tikka. So here I'm cutting peppers. I'm gonna show you one or two. Now time to marinate our sixth one is salmon fish. Here I'm adding around 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Then we're gonna add our half tablespoons of salt. After we're gonna add half tablespoons of white pepper and half tablespoons of black pepper. Also, here I'm adding 1 handful of fresh coriander, and here I'm adding some spices, half tablespoons curry powder, half tablespoons red chili powder, half tablespoons coriander powder, and half tablespoons turmeric powder. Now I'm gonna mix them together. Now we're gonna add our fish in and give them a good mix. Now here our mixing is nearly done. Now we're gonna leave it for 30 minutes for marinate our salmon fish. Also here I'm gonna chop 1 medium-sized tomatoes, half red onions, 1 pieces of ginger, 2 garlic cloves, and half yellow peppers. Now I'm gonna chop. I already added chopped vegetable in the salmon fish. Now in the chopper again I am adding 2 medium size of garlic cloves, 1 small size onion, and 2 pieces of ginger. And also I am adding half red peppers, half green peppers, and half orange peppers. The reason why I'm adding peppers because we want our kebab to be colorful. Now we're gonna chop our vegetables. Now here we can see our vegetables are chopped well. Now again I'm gonna mix them using our butter knife. Now again I'm gonna close the lid and blend it again. Now our blend should be done. And here I'm adding 4 crushed chilies, and again I'm gonna blend them. And in the bowl here I'm adding 1 red peppers, 1 green peppers, and 1 yellow peppers, and 1 medium size of red onion. And top of that I'm adding around 2 tablespoons of oil. Now we're gonna mix our vegetables because these vegetables we will use while we are grilling our chicken tikka. So because we want our vegetables to be shiny. And now we're gonna, so in the container now we will marinate our grilled lamb kebab. So here I'm adding half kg of lamb keema. Now I'm gonna mixing our keema. Then we're gonna here add our half of the chopped vegetables, and we will leave it remaining vegetable we're gonna use for our chicken kebab. So just only here we're gonna add our half of the chopped vegetable for our lamb keema. And top of that here I'm adding 1 tablespoon curry powder, 2 tablespoons lemon juice, half tablespoons white pepper, half tablespoons clove, 1 tablespoon cardamom powder, 1 tablespoon turmeric powder, 2 tablespoons red chili powder, 2 tablespoons coriander powder, 2 tablespoons cumin powder, 2 tablespoons garam masala powder, 2 tablespoons of salt, and lastly we're gonna add our 2 tablespoons of oil. Now we're gonna mix them. Now we're gonna mix our kebab. After mixing our keema, now we're gonna put in the chopper to chop our kebab. Now we're gonna chop. Now our chopped should be done. Here we can see our chopped keema is ready. And finally we're gonna make our chicken kebab. So here I'm using half kg of chicken keema. Then here on top of that I'm adding our remaining vegetable chopped, and also I'm adding 3 tablespoons of fresh coriander. After adding our coriander, here I'm adding around 2 tablespoons of tandoori marinade paste and 1 tablespoon clove powder and 4 red dried chilies, 1 tablespoon black pepper, 1 tablespoon white pepper, 1 tablespoon garlic powder, 1 tablespoon salt, 2 tablespoons curry powder, 2 tablespoons garam masala powder, 2 tablespoons coriander powder, 1 tablespoon turmeric powder, 2 tablespoons red chili powder. Now we will mix our chicken keema and masala together. Now our mixing is done. Now time to add our chicken keema in the chopper. Now we're gonna close the lid. On the frying pan, I am making flat crispy kebab. We need to make a fire so we can grill the food. To do that, we must add barbecue lighting gel into the coal. Now here we will use our lighter. So slowly our fire will be start. Everywhere I'm gonna use the lighters because we want our fire to be go everywhere. When the fire is start fully, then we're gonna grill our marinade everything. It's very windy actually, that's why it's taking a little bit of time. Now our fire is ready. I personally like to marinate my own meats for a number of reasons. The way I do it ensure that it is healthy and suitable for anyone's taste buds, for both small and big people. If you happen to be missing an ingredient, fear not, for how I do it, you will still receive the same flavor. Here I am making this barbecue for 3 families with about 16 to 20 people in total. I have added in my chicken tikka ribs and tandoori. Occasionally we will flip out meat. As you can see, my husband is helping me flip the meat. Actually my specialty is of course marinating the food, and so he kindly offered to flip the food. Making the barbecue with the family is truly one of the best things. We will use a skewer to use if it is cooked well. Once it is, we should serve immediately. Actually, this barbecue I made with my sister-in-law house. If you are my real follower, obviously you can see the kitchen is different. By the time all the marinating was done, it had become night. I promised you that I will show you a barbecue in my house like at a daytime, because here we are doing nighttime, that's why maybe it's difficult to see everything. Another experience is daytime. If we do, then we can see whole thing. Nighttime is also is good because we can see the fire. Daytime maybe we can't see the fire properly, so that's why I want to do like both experience, day and night, so it's good. If possible, please let me know your thoughts in the comment sections. Now here, actually I already added the fish, and I'm adding some juice from the chicken, so it's become a juicy. When the fire is on side, what you want to do is fan it to the other side so everything is cooked evenly, like I'm doing. Now our majority of the chicken are done, so I'm gonna put on the plate. Wow, it looks so tender and juicy. The temperature are perfect and the crunchiness is perfect. The time I spent to marinate this grilled food, it's pure perfection. I like it. You can tell like some of the pieces already are crunchy and some of the pieces I am flipping so that it's gonna become a crunchy. When I did my marinade, that's why I make sure that it's gonna be a little bit of juicy, so that while we are grilling we can add our juice top of the chicken or chops, ribs everywhere. Now I'm flipping, you can tell. Look. You know, the fire is too much fire here. I'm not adding chicken or anything, because if we add our chicken or chops it's gonna be burnt, so just on the side I'm removing. While finish our grilling we start eating it, because we want our, it's better if we straight away eat, it's very tasty. Finally our grilling is done. After a fulfilling night of barbecue, I got home at 1 a.m. with my stomach happy. I will show you the ride home. Thank you for watching my video. Please, before leaving, subscribe to my channel and leave a comment and letting me know what do you think about my this barbecue video.